Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boston for this NBA TV special. As this NBA season begins, everyone's been talking about the Miami Heat and their new Big Three. But today, I'll sit down with three other superstars who are setting their own sights on the NBA crown. One of them is a young sensation, Kevin Durant. Another is a champion in his prime, Kobe Bryant. But we begin with a legend in the twilight of his career, Shaquille O'Neal. One of the most dominating big men of all time, Shaq has bounced around to 3 teams in the last 4 years. Now he's here in Boston with the Celtics, the league's most storied franchise. At 38 years, 7 months, and 18 days, Shaq Daddy is now the oldest active NBA player. And he hopes to give his own story a fitting final chapter.
So Shaquille has come all the way up here trying to finish that game. You're looking for me, right?
I'm taking some acting classes.
Really?
Yeah.
One of my main men and one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. My co-host for today, Shaquille O'Neal.
How long have you had this house?
Big house.
No, that's not what I'm saying, man. It's Ahmad. I'm looking for Shaq.
Ahmad is not here. Autograph seekers.
Can you believe it's been almost 20 years since we first sat down and did this?
I want to do a favor first.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the first day we met. Roll it.
Well, give me your best. Let me see your best. Is that all you got? Oh, man, you have always been serious about winning when you play on the court, but so silly off the court. So silly, so much fun. What's that all about?
You know, this is me. Always been a jokester. And in college at LSU, a guy told me that big men couldn't sell. So right before I entered the NBA, I looked at all the top people, which was Magic at the time and Jordan at the time, and I took a little bit of what they had and added my own stuff into it, stirred it in a pot, and voila, you get Shaq.
Throughout his career, Shaq has been one of the game's true showmen, but the last few years have been anything but entertaining. The once dominant big man has played more limited roles on teams that fell short of expectations. He was in search of a place where he could return to glory, and ironically, it turned out to be Boston. One thing that maybe you may have never thought this would ever happen, that you'd be playing for the Celtics.
No, never. Growing up, I hated the Celtics, but the only big man out of all the big men to, have a conversation with me was a Celtic, and that was Mr. Bill Russell. I met him at an All-Star game. We had great conversations. So I'm glad to be here for my last 2 years.
Now, Bill Russell always told you that every big man, as his career goes on, his numbers go down. You have been the wheel, the spoke of the wheel, in so many places. Now, as you enter your last few years in this league, how tough is it to deal with the fact that your numbers are down and you're playing more of a supportive role?
It's not tough at all because, I can truthfully say that the only player that has slowed me down is Father Time. I could deal with that at 38.
Side to Shaquille. Takes a baseline. Get out of my way! I'm coming!
When I was younger, I was the CEO. Everything ran my way. But now, I'm an older guy, so I look at myself as a consultant right now.
Oh, do it like that? The fun, we're supposed to do it behind them.
Like that.
Like this. You always have my like this.
Even with these guys, with the veteran players you have here, you're still a guy they look up to. So you still provide some leadership on this team.
A little bit of leadership, and I think that a good thing for us is we're all looking for the same thing. Those guys have one, and they want one more. So I have 4, and I want one more. So everybody's on the same page.
1, 2, 3.
I was a free agent. I could have went anywhere, but I'm on a 735-day program. So I said to myself, where do I want to go? Where do I want to end my career? And the Celtic franchise, a couple pieces here and there, and we're close.
735 days, and then you quit?
Probably. Not quit. This is probably time to do something else.
You retire from basketball?
Yeah, most likely, yes.
See,
most likely, yeah.
The first time was probably, the next time was most likely.
Most likely, yeah. I knew coming in that it's something you can't do forever. Because if you could do it forever, then Bird will still be here, Chief will still be here, Ewing will still be here, Robinson will still be here.
Like all those other great players, Shaq is driven by the chance to taste that championship feeling. And now, as he tries to help the Celtics raise yet another banner, he's also thinking about his own place in history. What would a fifth championship mean to you?
Just closer to all the top names in the game. You know, nobody's ever going to catch Mr. Russell, 11, Kareem, 6, Michael, 6, Scotty, 6, Magic, 5, Kobe, 5. You know, just a little closer to those names.
Still excited every day to get up and go play basketball after all these years.
Yes.
Same enthusiasm, just can't wait to get to the gym.
Yes, because in 735 days, somebody at ESPN is going to lose their slot. Maybe Jim Rome, maybe Skip Bayless. I'm going to retire, I'm going to take 2 weeks off, blah, 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 and then I'm coming. I'm going to Connecticut, I'm going to LA, New York, somebody losing their hour slot.
After 19 years in the league, Shaq is still having fun, and one of the things he enjoys most is the nickname game. He's been known as the Diesel, Shaq Daddy, and the Big Aristotle, just to name a few. When he arrived in Boston, he asked fans for ideas on a new nickname. The list included the Big Leprechaun, the Green Monster, and the Jolly Green Giant. But in case you're keeping score at home, Shaq has decided on the Big Shamrock.